Hello everyone, my name is Sandy Davis. I work full-time in the fitness center here at USI, and I'm currently taking my shoes off because yoga works best, no socks, no shoes. And I'm gonna run through a very short 20 to 30 minute relaxing yoga. I will have to put my mask back on though because I'm in the rec, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me. Usually it's not a problem, but I hope you enjoy the workout. So you're gonna sit comfortably on your mat or just on the floor, really works, right? Cross-legged if you can. It's option one. If this doesn't work for you, there's a couple other things you can do. You can sit with the legs out in front. You can stack your heels on top of one another, which I can't do very well. Or you can try to get your heel in your hip crease or two heels in your hip crease, which again, I can't do. So you're just gonna find a comfortable seated position. Hands go, palms up or palms down, on the knees, whatever works best. And for the next couple minutes, eyes closed. Just take a couple smooth breaths in and out. Also, if you can't get to the floor, if you have issues getting up and down off the floor, feel free to sit in a chair. And the goal is to get the spine long. So you'll scoot your hips a little farther forward in the chair, just sit up nice and tall. But again, eyes closed. A couple deep breaths, ideally through your nose, but however breathing works for you is fantastic. Just try not to hold your breath for the duration of the class because that's not good. So a couple smooth breaths here, in and out. If you want, you can kind of shrug the shoulders around. You can take a couple exaggerated breaths, so really pulling your navel in back towards your spine and squeezing the air out of the lungs. The goal is to maintain a smooth breath throughout the class. So just try to remember that as you move today. So as you inhale, let that inhale create length in your spine. Or if you're visualizing, the crown of the head reaches up towards the sky on the inhales. Good. Keep that length in the spine, but drop the chin forward towards the chest. Shoulders stay down and back. Head just hangs forward. Take an exhale and sweep the chin across the chest one direction or the other and let the ear fall towards the shoulder. Take an inhale when you get there. And when you're ready to exhale again, the chin swoops down and over to the other side. Other ear, other shoulder, that's when you should feel like you're ready to inhale again. So you'll inhale and then exhale the chin down and across. You're just gonna move like this for a couple breaths. So exhale, taking the chin down and across. Inhale when you get to that ear towards the shoulder. Good, settle the chin back down towards the chest. On the next inhale, lift the chin, shoulders come up towards your ears. On the exhale, they just drop down. You're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale when you're ready, shoulders up. Exhale to release. After that last one, you're just gonna switch the feet out. So if you're sitting cross-legged, flip the other foot to the front. So I'm going to turn sideways for this next thing. You're going to start with, again, sitting up nice and tall, and you're going to actually hold on to the knees. So if you're sitting in a chair, your hands would just go on the knees. Your movement will be a little different. You might want to put a little space between the feet. So you're going to hold on, but on the exhale, we're going to just round the back, drop the chin towards the chest, hold on to the knees, And then as you inhale, you're gonna roll the hips forward, lengthen the spine, lift the chin and open the chest. And you can add a little traction here by gently pulling on the knees. So the shoulders are still down. Exhale to tuck and round. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale to tuck and round. Inhale, lift the chest. One more time. Exhale to tuck and round. So you're moving with your breath again, nice and easy. And then again, find a neutral spine. Both hands are going to go to the right knee. So this might be as far as you go, and that's fine. The goal is to keep the spine long. We're not trying to round to go farther, right? We're just trying to keep the spine nice and long. The right hand can go behind the hip if you'd like. If you're sitting in a chair, this might not work for you, but just be aware of where you are. And then gently from the bottom up, think about spiraling around the spine. Shoulders stay down, head is the last thing to turn. Couple breaths here. Good. Slowly come back to the center, both hands to the left knee. We'll do the same thing other side. Again, the goal is to get as long as you can and then rotate out of that. So if this is as far as we can go, that's fine. Left hand can go behind the hip if you'd like. Shoulders stay down, spine stays long. We rotate from the bottom up. Good, slowly come back to the center. So wherever you are, you're just gonna fold forward. So if your legs are long or if you're sitting in the chair, you're just gonna drape the upper body over the legs and relax the head and neck down. Slowly come on back up, using your legs for support if you need to. Arms are gonna come out to the side. You're gonna inhale, reach the fingertips back about halfway. On the exhale, the palms press and we rotate. Good. Inhale about another halfway up. So now we're almost to the top. Do the same thing with the hands. Exhale as you press. Inhale the rest of the way up. Good, and then exhale, you're just gonna arms back out and fold back over the legs. Arms can reach out or they can stay out at your sides. Or you can pull the elbows into the chest if you'd like. Good, and then slowly, again, if you need support, use your legs to help walk yourself up. You're gonna find your way to a standing position. And I know I'm cutting my head off here a little bit. So feet can either be all the way together. My pant legs are different. They can have the outside of your feet parallel, right? Or the inside of your feet parallel, some distance apart. You want to make sure that you feel comfortable wherever you're at. So when you start, we're just going to lift up our toes, push down through the bottoms of your feet. So if you think of the bottom of your foot as a rectangle, there's a corner on each side of the ball of the foot and each side of the heel of the foot. That's what we're gonna balance on, and then gently press your toes, place your toes back on the floor or the mat. So the core is tight. You're gonna engage your quads, which you should feel the kneecaps lift up a little bit. Core is tight. Palms are forward, shoulders are down. You are now in mountain pose. Couple breaths here. inhale when you find one. Reach the arms back about halfway. On the exhale, we're flipping them again, pressing, rotating at the shoulder. Inhale a little bit farther. Exhale, press and rotate. Inhale the rest of the way up. And exhale, arms are going to come out to the sides. With a flat back if you can, you're going to hinge forward. And you're just going to relax over the legs. Your hands can't reach the floor, don't worry about it. But there's no tension in the head or the neck. If you want, you can shake it a little bit, yes or no. You can also pedal the knees out a little bit, pushing down into the opposite foot as you bend the knee. Now you're going to bend the knees a little bit. And if you can, you're going to slide the hands up the shins. The goal is to get to a flat back. So long from the tip of the head to the tailbone. Shoulders are down. You should feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Exhale, fold back over the legs. You're going to do that one more time. Inhale when you're ready. Half lift. Hands can slide all the way up if they need to. Right? Wherever it is you get to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Put the fingertips on the floor. You're going to step back with the right foot first. Keep that leg long. We're going to stay here for just a couple breaths. The knee stays on top of the ankle. That back leg is pushing long. Good. If you can get your hands to the floor, get your hands to the floor and then step the left foot back. To plank. We're going to skip the flow but shift our weight back for down dog. Hands are pressing evenly into the mat. Middle finger points straight ahead. Head is relaxed. Most important part of down dog is your back. So think about making your back nice and long, your spine nice and long. If you want, you can bend the knees, push the hips up higher to the sky, and then sink the heels down towards the mat. If you have tight hamstrings, or tight calves and tight hamstrings, that'll make a bigger stretch for those. Look at your hands. You're going to step the right foot forward first. Bring the back foot forward. Relax over the legs. And then you have a choice. If you want, the hands can come up to the thighs and you can roll all the way up like this. Or you can hinge up at the hips. So you come up to wherever it is, you get a flat back. Keep the core tight as you inhale the rest of the way up. Either way is fine. And we find mountain at the top of the mat again. Couple breaths here. Again, if we need to do any little adjustments, take a couple breaths. When you're ready, inhale about halfway. Open the chest as you do this. Exhale, palms press. Inhale a little bit farther. Exhale as you rotate and press. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive over the legs. Relax the head and neck. Inhale, slide the hands up for a half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. One more time. Inhale when you're ready, half lift. Nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and fingertips on the floor. Left foot steps first this time. Again, knee over ankle. Heel stays on the floor. Back leg long. Hands to the mat. Step the foot back, down dog. Again, palms pushing evenly into the mat. Sometimes if you're new to yoga, this is hard to grasp because your weight transfers to the outside part of your hand. Again, bending the knees, lifting the hips if you need to, then sinking the heels. Heels don't have to be at the mat. Just be wherever they are. Shift the weight forward, step the left foot forward, as close to the left thumb as you can get it. Even if you need to get it forward and then help it along, you can do that. Right foot steps forward. relax over the legs. Again, you want to bend the knees, rest the belly on the thighs, hands slide up and roll. You can do that, or you can hinge up. And we come back to mountain at the top. Shake it out. We'll do a real quick balance pose here. So tree is a pretty traditional yoga pose. I'm going to stand. And it's one-legged. So options here, if you need to move yourself a little closer to the wall for balance so you can hold on, feel free to do that. You're going to balance all of your weight on your right foot. Option one is to take that left foot and just rest it right across the arch of the right foot. Option two is to go below the knee, right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff on the inside part of the knee. You don't want to go anywhere near the knee. So foot can slide up. Now, if you notice that that right hip is poking kind of out to the side, you want to squeeze, push the leg, foot against the leg and the leg against the foot. Engage the core, okay? So that's option two, is below the knee. Option three is above the knee, which I don't do very well. Or if you want to do option three and hold on, you can do that. I will be sticking with option two. If you can, hands come to heart center. If you don't like your arms here, you can come out to the side. Breathe. If you've lost that smooth breath, try to find it again. The best place to look when you're balancing is not in a mirror, not kind of at anything that's moving, but it is somewhere about 8 to 10 feet out in front of you, or either on the floor or up in the sky 8 to 10 feet out. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, feel free to shut your eyes for a breath or two. It makes it harder when you have no eyesight. And when you're ready, just slowly fall or step out of your tree. And we'll do the other side. So left leg, left foot, grounds down. Right, we're paying attention to those corners as our feet hit the floor, as our foot hits the floor. And then same options, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, ideally same as you did on the other side, but if that is not the case today, then go where it's free. Core is engaged, hip is pushing in. We're standing up nice and tall, kind of like mountain pose or Tadasana that we did. Hands can come to heart center if you'd like. Breathing. Good, and again, if you want that work, feel free to shut the eyes for a breath or two. And then when you're ready, slowly, gently fall or step out of the tree. Good, real quick shake out. And then we're gonna find our way back to your mat. So back to the floor or back to your chair. Legs are just gonna go out in front of you. You're gonna sit up tall. Keep the spine long as much as possible. You're gonna hinge forward over the legs and then just relax. Good. Slowly bring it up. Bottoms of the feet are gonna go together. Right, so in the chair, this is a little harder. You might just do what you just did with the legs long. Same thing, you're gonna step nice and tall, hinge forward at the waist, and then just curl over and relax down. You can keep the arms out. Keeping your arms out is gonna keep that stretch a little in the lower back and the outside of the hips. If you wanna pull the elbows in and drop the chin down, that'll pull the stretch a little higher up in the back. You can also, if you'd like, move your arms to one side or the other side. Depending on where you're at, it's gonna intensify the stretch on one side or the other. Good, slowly roll it up, using your hands for support. If you're on the floor, you're gonna step your feet 1 foot length closer, and then slide the other foot in. So again, sit up tall, right? As tall as you can. Hinge forward at the hips as far as you can go, and then just curl over and relax. Again, if you're in the chair, you're just folding over those legs again. Good. Slowly roll it up. And we'll come back to the center here real fast. Sitting comfortably, however that works for you today. Taking a couple breaths here. So if you'd like to shut your eyes again, hands again wherever they're comfortable. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Thanks for joining me. Hope you have a fantastic day.